Welcome back. Our next guest is taking us to the shores of the Philippines with some beloved Filipino dishes with a vegan twist.
Ooh, you heard that right. So Ria Elciario-McKeown is a food writer and an author, and she's here to share some recipes from her latest cookbook, Make It Plant-Based Filipino. Ria, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. So excited to be here.
So here's what I do know. Filipino food and cuisine, very meat heavy. It can often be meat forward, a lot of pork, for example, as well. So why did you decide to turn some of our favorite dishes plant-based?
So it actually first started when I first met my husband, and at the time he was vegetarian and never had Filipino food. And so immediately I was like, we gotta take you to some Filipino restaurants. And then quickly we realized all of the dishes that I wanted him to try, he couldn't eat because they were all meat. And so I just started making them at home, eventually falling in love with the process of making plant-based Filipino food, and that's what brings me here today.
I love
it.
Love that.
So good. So let's talk about the first dish. It is, as Mel mentioned, there's a lot of pork, and so this one is almost exclusively made with pork, my understanding is. So what have you used instead?
So this is my sizzling mushroom and tofu sisig, and as the name suggests, it has mushrooms and tofu. And so what I like to do is toss the mushrooms in potato starch so that when you fry it, it has that crispy texture on the outside but chewy at the same time, which kind of mimics that texture of the pork ears. And then the tofu, on the other hand, I get them nice and crispy, so it's crunchy on the outside but tender on the inside, which mimics the texture of fried pork.
It's so good.
This is, honestly, this tastes like my mom's cooking.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh.
Period.com.
Love that.
It is one of my favorites, for sure.
Oh, it's delicious. Okay, so you were talking about pork ears, and you say that this dish has a really interesting history behind it.
Yes. So sisig actually comes from a province called Pampanga. And so the story goes that back in the day, there were a lot of excess meats coming out of commissaries of American military facilities. And so what locals did is they purchased them for really cheap, brought them home, boiled them, and tossed them in this tangy vinegar dressing, creating the earliest version of the sisig that we know today. And so sisig actually comes from a Tagalog old word called sisigan, which is essentially means to make it sour. And so that's why we have all of those flavors in there.
So good.
It is so, so good. Okay, so let's talk about the next dish. It is adobo, and we know that it is probably, I guess, a mascot almost of Filipino cuisine. So tell us what it is and why do you think that is?
So adobo, I would say, is one of the most popular dishes in the Philippines, if not the most popular. And I think it's because it marries those fundamental flavors that you find in a lot of Filipino dishes. So think sweet, salty, and sour notes, which I like to call personally the trifecta of Filipino cuisine. And so this dish has vinegar, soy sauce, brown sugar, and then lots of garlic, black peppercorns, and bay leaves. So it makes it really complex and aromatic without having to add excess or extra seasonings and spices.
Oh, delicious.
So good. And normally adobo is made with chicken or pork, but you use bok choy. So why bok choy?
So bok choy is something that grows really easily in the Philippines. So you'll find it in a lot of different dishes. But one of the reasons why I used it for this is because I want it to be accessible for people. I want people to know that you can make any vegetable adobo. And so bok choy, I thought, was the perfect vehicle for that. It's really easy to cook. It takes almost no time. So if you are making it at home, definitely keep an eye out because it will cook almost in an instant.
So good.
Oh,
love.
delicious.
Explosion of flavors. Okay.
I love that.
So we're gonna move on to the.
You want me to say this?
Well, no, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Ginatang Calabasa.
Not bad.
Oh, okay, go for it. What is it called?
Ginataang.
Yes.
Ginataang Calabasa.
Okay,
You
there we
got
go.
it.
Okay, so that is like the Filipino or Tagalog word for coconut or coconut milk?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So ginataan comes from the word gata, which means coconut milk. And so ginataang translates to anything cooked in coconut milk. So if you ever see that on the menu, that's what it means.
Okay, so where does the word calabasa come from?
Calabasa actually comes from the Spanish word for squash, which is also calabaza, but with a C. And that's because the Philippines was actually colonized by Spain for over 300 years in the 1500s. And so we've just inherited a lot of these Spanish-sounding words. And you'll notice even some Filipinos will have Spanish last names as well. And so that's a little Filipino history 101 for you.
This is true, this is true. How did you make this?
So this one, there's a lot of vegetables in here. So I like to prep all of my veggies first. So starting with the squash, because it's the toughest to cook and cut. And so for me, I just like to get that out of the way.
It's really good.
And then moving into the green beans, I just trim the ends by hand. And fun fact, this is actually one of those things that my mom used to assign to me as a kid as something to do in the kitchen. Really? Oh my gosh.
Same.
And it's honestly like so therapeutic now for me. I'm like, like I can relax and just like trim off all these things. But basically, it just makes it all very nostalgic for me. And so I cook everything in a heavy saucepan or a Dutch oven, cook everything together, pour the coconut milk in, all of the seasonings, let all of that simmer and all of those flavors come together, and just throw in the green beans at the end because they cook really quickly.
Delicious.
So good.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, so last but not least, we have another coconut dish. This is called Kasava.
Cassava.
Cassava cake.
yeah.
Mel has raved about this. Why do you like it?
So cassava cake has that nice and chewy texture. It's actually made, fun fact, from cassava, which is a starchy root vegetable. So this has a lot of coconut in it. There's coconut milk, coconut strings, vegan condensed milk, and it also just comes together really quickly in the bowl.
Hold on tight, Cynthia.
Whoa, it's good.
Nice and chewy.
I'm sorry,
God.
this is my favorite Filipino
Oh my
dessert
gosh.
of all time.
It's one of my favorites too.
all time. So it's chewy, it's gelatinous, so what gives it this texture?
Honestly, it all just comes from the cassava. So there's no starch in this at all, no flour, so it's completely gluten-free.
Do you feel
my
like you're
God.
missing anything without the, like...
No!
No.
That's a great question. I don't feel like you're missing anything. It's not like I'm like, oh, where's the meat? It is absolutely full and flavorful even without it.
So good.
Ria, this is
amazing.
delicious. Thank you
Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh. Okay, it is called Make It Plant-Based. Filipino is out now wherever you buy your books. And studio audience, why don't you make this tonight? Because you're going home with your own copy!
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.